So we've got the first half of the equation taken care of, right? Physically, we know what we need to do during our recovery phase. Now it's time to get to the mental. And it's equal parts here, guys. It's not just physical. It's not just mental. You've got to know what's going on up here if you want to play your best. Think about it. We push the ball, right? Both ends of the court. Why? Because we want the other team to make a mistake. Because we know that the team that makes the most mistakes generally is going to lose. And a lot of times, those mistakes don't occur just because of the physical. They occur because of the mental. Either fatigue or distraction. So in order for us to play the best, in order for you to play your best, you've got to be not only physically, but mentally in tune and ready to go. And recognize that over the course of a weekend, you're going to be putting strain and stress and have distractions and other things that start to creep in and take away from you being able to play at your best. So that's what we're going to talk about now. When we're down here and physically recovering, how can we also begin to mentally recover so that we don't carry on baggage and get distracted, so that we're playing our best game, not only the first game, but we're playing top-notch and top performance at the end of the weekend as well. All right? So let's get to it. So the first step to getting our mind to where it is we want it to be is to recognize that our nervous system is in one of two states, that our mind is generally in one of two states, fight or flight, or relax and recover. Now, we've talked about this before when I've stopped by and I saw you guys and we did the diaphragmatic breathing drills, okay? Let's just do a quick little review. When your body is in fight or flight mode, it's go, 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 right? That last 35, 40 minutes that you just played going from one end of the court to the other, your body's over here. It's go, go, go. It's in survival mode. Now we've got to bring it over here into the relax and recovery mode so that we can begin to assess where we're at and then where we need to be. How are we going to do that? We're going to do that with the breath. It's a simple two-step process, guys, and you're going to recognize it from where we begin with the physical in order to relax and down-regulate the nervous system so that our muscle tension goes from here and begins to relax, okay? Both mentally and physically, the first step is the same. We want to relax, and we're going to do that by going into the static back position and doing some diaphragmatic breathing for 5 to 10 minutes to begin to down-regulate everything. Not going to go into detail right now. Most of you guys already know this stuff. This is just a nice reminder of letting you know this is where we need to be. If you need to review it, look below, guys. I'm going to go, there's more information down below about the static back and about the diaphragmatic breathing. All right? So let's just remember that first step, mentally and physically, is to begin to relax, to take us from over here to over here. So once you get the mind relaxed and you get the nervous system calming down, we want to go to that next step, and that's to reboot. And that's a 3-step process here, guys. We're going to clear out bad loops, replay good loops, and play the perfect position. What does that mean? You guys know as well as I do, it's not easy playing the BABC way. Coaches are intense, right? High pressure. Everybody wants to come and beat you. So there's a lot of pressure on there, and it's real easy to get caught up in the mistakes that you might make. However, if we keep replaying those mistakes that happened in game 1, and they're carrying with us over here to game 3 and 4, it's going to decrease the likelihood of you performing at your best, because you're going to be mentally distracted. You're going to be putting your mind in a place it doesn't need to be, okay? What's happened has happened. So during that relaxation phase, your mind's going to be processing a whole lot, and things are going to start popping up, okay? That's the time we want to start clearing those bad loops. We want to recognize, am I holding on to something that I shouldn't need to be holding on to? I'm not going to go into all the details here. Again, for the details, look below. But when we're talking about clearing out those bad loops, we want to do a little quick inventory to see, is there anything that is distracting me? Maybe it's something that's going on, at home, at school, or the last game. Whatever it is, we want to clear out those bad distracting loops. that don't have a place for you in that next game. Okay, that's the first thing that we want to do. The next thing that we want to do is we want to start replaying some good loops. Now that may be a good loop from that previous game. Maybe you just had a great steal on the press, pick six, took it in, nice jam, layup, whatever it is. Maybe it was for the win. Maybe it was just a solid play where everything went just right. Okay, we want to replay those good loops. We want to mentally remind ourselves, both psychologically as well as physiologically. Our body, when we start, you'll notice when you start replaying those good loops, your body starts to react to it. Okay, so we want to get as much positive. You can never have enough positive reinforcement on the things that you do right. So after we get rid of those distractions of the bad loops, we want to start replaying some of those good loops to help get our mind where it needs to be. And then finally, what we want to do is play the perfect possession. Okay, getting ready, going into that next game, we want to think about one or two things that you're working on in your game or as a team, and you want to run it through your mind and rehearse it mentally 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times perfectly. See where you're at. If you're that point guard and you're bringing it up, am I distributing it where I need to be? If you're the shooter, am I spotted up? Do I see myself making that three-point play? If my job's to set a screen, am I setting a good screen? If my job's to come off a screen, am I doing that correctly? If my job's to, box out my man, am I doing that? So think about that perfect possession. Play your perfect possession so that you go into that next game mentally with a clear head, having some good positive memories and reinforcements, and knowing that you can play this game, and then finally recognizing and seeing what you look like in that perfect possession.